Okay. Hare Krishna. We are reading from Learn Gita, Live Gita course book, and we are reading third chapter. Which section we are reading today? Which section are we reading today? Which section we are reading today? Three point three. Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravan Prachar Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshikari Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Reading from 3.3 Divinity of Krishna. In chapter 4 of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Janma karma chame divyam evam yovetti tat tatah tyaktva deham punar janma naiti mameti sorjuna. Krishna is saying, one who knows the transcendental appearance of my activities does not, upon leaving this body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna. Okay. So here Krishna is saying, Krishna is telling about the divinity of Krishna. So earlier we saw what Krishna is not and what Krishna is. So we saw how Krishna is not a power, he is not Brahman, not just Brahman, he is not limited in any sense. But now we are looking at the divinity of Krishna, that Krishna is not ordinary, but he is transcendental. He is transcendental. So what he is, what Krishna is. So Krishna by nature, Krishna ontologically is transcendental to everything matter. Krishna says, not only Krishna is transcendental, but anybody who understands that Krishna is transcendental, he also or she also becomes transcendental, because he or she also becomes free from all the contaminations of material world. So Krishna is saying, one who knows the transcendental nature of my activities and Krishna's appearance. So Janma and Karma. That anybody who understands that Krishna's Janma and Karma are Divyam, one who understands this Tattvataha, one who understands this properly, that person, Tyaktva Deham, after leaving this body, Deham, Punarjanma Naiti, Punarjanma Na Iti, doesn't get Punarjanma. But Mam Eti, he attains me, so Arjuna. So means Saha, that person. He or she attains my eternal abode. He attains me means he attains my service, he attains my abode, he attains the divine nature. So Krishna, the absolute truth, by definition is unborn. So now Sir is explaining the first part, which is Janma. How Krishna's Janma is Divya. So Krishna says Janma and Karma both are transcendental. So Sir is now explaining how Krishna's Janma is transcendental. Krishna, the absolute truth, by definition is unborn. Yet he takes birth as a son of Devaki, as a son of Yashoda, or as a son of Aditi? Okay, maybe I'll ask question. So who is the son of Devaki? Okay, the Krishna. Who is son of Yashoda? Okay, Krishna. Who is the son of Aditi? Who is the son of Aditi? Means Krishna appears as the son of Aditi, and he is known by the name Dash. In which incarnation does Krishna appear as the son of Aditi? Son of Aditi. In which incarnation Krishna appears? Vamandev. Right answer. So Lord Vamandev is son of Aditi, and who is the husband of Aditi? Kashyapa. Kashyap Muni is the husband of Aditi. So Aditi and Kashyap Muni, their son is Lord Vamandev. Okay, tell me, uh, Krishna also appears as son of who else? Like tell both husband and wife whose son Krishna appears as whose son. There are so many incarnations of Krishna, right? So tell some examples that Krishna appears as this, as son of this and this. Tell three, like all three. Like what is the name of Krishna in that incarnation? Who are the father and mother? Everybody can tell. There are so many answers. I mean, there are so many incarnations of Krishna where he appears. You can tell whichever you remember or whichever you want to tell. There are so many. Just quickly write. Let's see who writes first. Krishna appears as Dash, son of Dash and Dash. Is that nobody's answering, or is that I'm not audible? Nobody's answering. Okay. Krishna appears as yes. Tell all the three names. So Kaushalya, who is the husband? What is the name of the Lord? Shachi Devi and Jagannath, who is the son? Okay. So Lord Krishna appears as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nimai Pandit, or Nimai, as the son of Shachi Devi and Jagannath Mishra. Yes, right answer. Correct answer, and he gave complete answer. Okay. And Dheeraj Prabhu is in the middle of his answer. Kaushalya, and who is the husband? Who is the son? Dasharatha. Who is the son? Who is the son? Nobody's answering. No, Dashratha's son are not Lava and Kush. Dashratha's son is Lord Ramchandra. And Lord Ramchandra's sons are Lava and Kush. Okay. Um, yeah. And then other examples like here Abhishek Bansal Prabhu gave the answer Prishni. So Prishni is the mother, father is Sutapa, and Prishni and Sutapa, and their son is called Prishni Garbha. So Lord Krishna appears as Prishni Garbha, son of Prishni and Sutapa. And what other names are there? You can say Lord appears as Lord Balaram, son of Rohini and Vasudev. Lord appears as Nityananda, son of Adai Pandit and Padmavati, right? And Lord appears as Lord Kapil Dev, son of Kardam Muni and Mother Devahuti. Lord appears as who else? Parshurama, son of Jamadagni and Renuka. Lord appears as Rishabh Dev, I don't remember who's Nabhi, maybe Meru Devi, I don't remember. I won't. Maybe Nabhi and Meru, I don't remember. Maybe Nabhi and Meru Devi. Okay. Yeah. So okay, let's move on. This is a nice to see. Satyavati, Vyasdev. Okay, good answer. Yes. So Lord appears as the son of Satyavati and who is the father? Lord appears as Vyasdev, who is son of Satyavati and Parashar Muni. But this does not mean that he is like one of us. So, but Krishna appears as son of somebody, but does not mean that he is like one of us. We also take birth as son of somebody. But rather Krishna selects his own mother and father. Krishna selects who will be his father and mother. He has his own free will. He has his own choice. I didn't choose my father and mother. I was not given any choice. But Krishna, he selects, okay, I want to be son of this father and mother. And they are pure devotees of Krishna, whom Krishna chooses. Krishna stole butter from the houses of the gopis or the milkmaids of Gokul, and he became the celebrated butter thief. Krishna's activities are not happening in the material realm, but in the spiritual realm, and thus they are divine. His activities are always auspicious and are meant to give pleasure, transcendental pleasure, to his devotees. So, so we saw the birth, and then we saw the activities. How Krishna's birth is transcendental. Krishna is not like one of us. He chooses his own father and mother. And then, we should add here, Krishna's activities are also transcendental. Whatever he does is divine. Whatever he does makes him more and more famous in a positive way, not in a negative way. Krishna becomes more and more glorified with all his activities. For example, stealing. If I steal from somebody, everybody will put me in jail. They will call me bad names. They will curse me. But if Krishna steals, he becomes more glorified. Devotees, they want to see him stealing. they invite him to their homes to steal. And when Krishna comes, they become superficially angry with Krishna that why are you stealing? But internally they are very happy that Krishna is coming to their house. So this is Krishna. So every activity of Krishna is glorious. Whatever he does, whether he is stealing or he is giving, stealing or bestowing riches, both are glorious. Therefore Krishna became a celebrated butter thief, Makhan Chor. Krishna's activities are not happening in the material realm, but in the spiritual realm, and thus they are divine. His activities are always auspicious and are meant to give transcendental pleasure to his devotees. Whatever he does, it gives pleasure to the devotees. Krishna's appearance is unimaginably wonderful and divine. Okay, now Sir is giving narration that how Krishna's birth is very divine. So Sir is saying, Krishna's appearance is unimaginably wonderful and divine. How? His father Vasudev conceived Lord Krishna in his pure consciousness through divine austerities and devotion. So Vasudev ji did lots of austerities for thousands of, I don't know how many years, I don't remember, but like maybe of the order of thousands of years, maybe more. And he and his wife, both Vasudeva and Devaki, they did severe austerities for many years in their previous birth. As Vasudeva and Devaki did austerities in their previous birth as Krishna and Sutapa. And the Lord promised that I will appear 3 times. Yes, Krishna and Sutapa. I will appear 3 times, and then he appears as Krishna Garbha, as son of Krishna and Sutapa. Then he appears as Dash. What? Then he appears as Vamandev, as a son of, as we already discussed, Aditi and Kashyapa. And the 3rd time Krishna appears as Krishna or Vasudeva as the son of Vasudeva and Devaki. So Vasudeva is the father and Vasudeva is the son. When we say Vasudeva, it refers to Krishna. When we say Vasudeva, it refers to his father Vasudeva. So Vasudeva and Devaki, their son is Krishna. But how did Vasudeva conceive Krishna? So through his divine austerities and devotion, Krishna agreed to appear in his pure consciousness. As the chaste wife, Devaki was privileged to attain pure consciousness by her transcendental association with her husband. Devaki is a chaste wife, and not just this lifetime. In previous lifetime also she, as a very chaste wife, did austerities with Vasudev ji basically as Krishna with Sutapa for many years. And therefore she was privileged to attain pure consciousness by her transcendental association with her husband. Lord Krishna thus agreed to remain in the womb of his mother. At the right time, Krishna appeared in front of Mother Devaki in 4-handed Narayana form with Shankha, Chakra, Gada and Padma. So Krishna was not born by ordinary, like how we take birth. The mother and father, they unite and the child is born. It is not like that. So when Krishna appeared, he appeared in the divine consciousness of Vasudevji, and from there he got transferred to the divine consciousness of Mother Devaki. And in that way, Krishna resided in the body of Mother Devaki for many months, and then he appeared. That birth was not like ordinary birth, like we take birth. It's very painful for the mother and it's very painful for the child. But Krishna's birth is not like that. It is always transcendental. So when he appeared in a 4-handed Narayana form with Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma, and he is decorated with all the ornaments beautifully, and he is well dressed, looking very beautiful, and in that way he appears. So this is all described in the Krishna book or in the 10th canto of Bhagavatam, where Krishna's appearance is described. He looks exquisitely beautiful, being adorned with a beautiful garland of forest flowers, ever fresh Vaijayanti mala, dazzling helmet, and properly dressed with yellow garments. Upon Devaki's prayer, Lord Krishna, by his sweet will, became a small baby. This is how Krishna appears. Krishna's birth or appearance is not like us. So now question is, does in all incarnations Krishna appear like this? Answer is no, not necessarily. It is Krishna's sweet will, however he wants to appear. Like when he appeared as Narsingdev, he just took birth from a pillar, if you call it as birth. He appeared from a pillar and with just destroyed Hiranyakashipu in front of him. And when he appeared as Varahadev, he appeared from nostril of Brahmaji, just with the breathing of Brahmaji he appeared. So he's not bound by any rules and regulations of our material world, that this is how only he can appear. So he can appear like anything. Okay. And then in this case he appeared in this way, which is very divine. Other ways are also equally divine. There is no, not that other ways are not divine. Other ways are also completely divine, but the difference is there depending on his own sweet will. Like Sir says, in spiritual world everything is causeless. So here it is his causeless will. He wants to appear in this way, so he appeared like that. And then further what happens? Not just that he appeared and he again became a child and then he's sitting in front of them helpless. He's not helpless. But the baby orders Vasudev to take him to Gokul. Although Vasudev was in the prison and all the doors of the prison were locked, as Vasudev headed towards carrying out the orders of Krishna, the doors mysteriously unlocked themselves and all the guards of the prison fell fast asleep. Then Vasudev had to cross the river Yamuna, which was overflooding due to torrential rain. So Yamuna was overflooding because of heavy rain. And Vasudevji, there was no boat. There was no. He has to just walk through Yamuna. You don't know how deep will be Yamuna. It is possible if Yamuna is very deep. How will he walk? But he has full confidence on the Lord's order, and he just walked. And as he was walking, then Vasudev had to cross the river Yamuna, which was overflowing with torrential rain. Lord Anantashesha became the umbrella for the Lord, and Yamuna got bifurcated, making way for Vasudev. This sweet pastime of Krishna are just, these sweet pastimes of Krishna are just inconceivable and are being enacted in divine plane. So these pastimes of Krishna are not happening in the mundane plane. These are not happening in the material plane. They are happening in the divine plane. So therefore the mundane rules cannot bind it, but they are under the divine energy of Krishna. She is orchestrating the Leela of Krishna, that what Krishna will do next, she will arrange, she will make all the arrangements, and Krishna will just enjoy. So just like when the great Prime Minister has to go somewhere, his ministers and his servants, they go in front and make all arrangements because king is appearing. Just like when Narendra Modi goes somewhere. I was watching the video of Narendra Modi coming to ISKCON temple in Delhi, and it was how so many cars came and everything was very well set up. Before that itself, people had made all security arrangements, all his police force, all the security personnel, they had made all arrangements very properly. And then when Narendra Modi comes, in front of him, in back of him, so many cars, then he's in the middle, and then he comes out. And so everything is orchestrated by his servants, and he just is the king. He enjoys. Similarly, how big a king is Krishna? Krishna is the supreme king, right? So Krishna has got infinite number of servants, innumerable potencies. So Krishna is, when Krishna appears, before that itself, his divine energy, his internal potency arranges everything. So that is why his pastimes do not take place in mundane plane. They take place in spiritual plane. I think it's 7:40. We can stop here. If you have any questions, you can ask. Maybe we can add some questions here. One question could be, anybody would like to frame some questions here? enumerate some differences between Krishna's nothing. How is Krishna? I made this question. Enumerate some differences between the birth of a human being and the divine appearance of Krishna. Lord Ramachandra, and he is the son of Kausalya. There's a question here. Explain how Lord's pastimes are inconceivable. Okay, that part we haven't discussed in detail. Right? We just said that all his activities like stealing the butter, that is not like ordinary person stealing something and getting beaten. Does Lord Krishna depend on others? The answer is the Lord Krishna does not depend on others, right? Because whatever energies, they are his energies. That is Lord's energies. He does not have to depend on others. For example, Krishna wants to live, he will create his own house with his own energy. He doesn't need, for example, if I want to live in a house, I have to find out where will I get bricks, where will I get cement, where will I get steel. In this way, I have to find out so many ingredients, and then I will have to find out expert people who are expert masons who will be building the house, architects will be designing the house. I would depend on so many people to make a house for myself. But Krishna, with his own energy, he will just create a house. Not just one house, he can create infinitely many houses just with his own energy. So Krishna does not depend on anybody else. That is why he has a name. His name is Atma Rama. Atma Rama means he only depends on himself. I mean, he does not have to depend on anybody. That is why Atma Rama. Okay. Now Abhishek Bansal Prabhu is saying how the pastimes of the Lord are inconceivable. The answer is there in the this one. This is yes, this is one example. But philosophically, if we ask the question, people might say, how do you philosophically explain Krishna's pastimes are inconceivable? Then you have to go to the philosophical part, which is very briefly mentioned by Sir, that they are inconceivable because they do not happen in the material plane, but they happen in the divine plane, in the spiritual space, transcendental space. So, since Sir is not explaining in great length that concept, it will come maybe in some other place. So we can ask there. So here it is just five words are being enacted in divine plane. So people might not be able to make out that this is very important concept. And also, if we don't remember our pastimes, then how can she be assured that she has done something to conceive the Lord? Okay. We don't remember our past, so how could Devaki, Mother Devaki, know that she has done something to conceive the Lord? The answer is she does not she does not something so worthy. Yeah. So most of the times, Krishna does not. The devotees, especially those who are so close to Krishna, like Mother Yashoda, Mother Nanda Baba, Mother Devaki, Vasudevji, they might not remember mostly that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. Especially for Nanda Baba and Yashoda Maya, they do not know at all. But Vasudevji and Devaki, they have some idea. Okay, Krishna is some very divine, and he is the Lord. But sometimes they remember it, but mostly they don't, because the Yogamaya makes that forget. So she was not assured, but she experienced those symptoms. Like she saw, yes, like Akashvani was there, and then they could experience so many demigods, so many devatas were coming to their prison house to offer obeisances to Krishna regularly. And then she experienced, Vasudevji experienced that she became very, very beautiful. When she was having Krishna in her womb, she became extraordinarily beautiful. Means, generally, yes, she is very beautiful, but at that time specifically her beauty increased inconceivably. So, and then when Krishna appeared, he appeared in the divine form as Lord Vishnu, 400 Narayan form. And from that, immediately, Nanda Baba and Yashoda Maya could, Vasudevji and Mother Devaki could get an idea that this is the Supreme Lord. And then Krishna only reminds them that you had appeared as Krishni and Sutapa in your previous birth. I appeared and you performed austerities, and I promised I will appear 3 times. First time I appeared as Krishni Garbha, second time as Vaman Dev when you took birth as Aditi and Kashyapa, and now I am appearing for the 3rd time. So this is, Krishna had to remind her. That is why Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that Jiva forgets, but Krishna does not forget. So yes, so she was assured, or she was reminded by Krishna. She does not remember. I think answer. I'm not sure. Ashit is asking, Krishna provides remembrance and forgetfulness. Yes, it is there in Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter. Matah smriti jnanam apohanam cha. Krishna gives smriti means remembrance. Krishna gives jnanam means knowledge. Krishna gives apohanam means forgetfulness. So it comes from Krishna.
Started.
Question was now. Acha. They're asking that Mother Devaki did not do austerities to get Krishna, but she had done austerities in the previous birth, right, as Krishni. And so she's the same soul, she's a great devotee, and Krishna chose her that I will appear in your womb for 3 times. I mean, I will appear as your son 3 times, and he appeared as Krishnigarbha and then Vamandev and then Krishna. She has done extraordinary. She is an extraordinary devotee, and she also did austerities in previous birth. That was because of the Akashvani. Akashvani is orchestrated by the divine energy of Krishna. Akashvani was, just like I told, that when Krishna appears, his servants or his energies, they arrange everything so that the ground is made when Krishna can appear. So when Vasudevji and Mother Devaki were getting married, so the Akashvani was made because it was arranged by the Yogamaya, the transcendental energy, the divine energy of Krishna. It arranged that the Akashvani will happen. So the Akashvani is not the cause of Krishna's appearance, but it is orchestrated orchestrated by the will of Krishna to make the scene. So in her life as Mother Devaki, she is a great devotee, definitely, and I don't know if there is some special mention of any special austerities she did for this purpose. Means in this life as Mother Devaki. I don't know. Why was Mother Devaki tortured so much if she were devotee in her past lives? She was not. Yeah. If you read Krishna book, these answers you will get. Why this happened. If you read Krishna book, we don't have much time now. It's already 7:50. The next class is going to start, so that's why we'll move on. How can we know that I, as experiencer, do not change while my body changes from youth to old age? You're not changing because you're the same person. You don't think, oh, I was never there before and now I'm there, right? I'm the same experiencer. Suddenly, if your body changes drastically, you will immediately make the comparison. Oh, see, I was, for example, when I get sick, I'm not even able to move my hands. And just a day before, I was dancing. And I will think, oh, am I the same person? And yesterday I was dancing and today I am not even able to move my fingers. So I experienced that body has changed, but I am the same person. So this thing, if it is extended to another time scale, which is one lifetime or maybe from youth to old age, then it's still the same thing, but just time span is little different. Okay, I think we can stop here. Okay, I wanted to remind, I saw some of you have not given the first chapter. So I will start to correct your answers. I mean, you have given those of you who have given the test, I will start correcting it in some days. So I would request, like I saw some of you have not given the test. Please take the test and for the first chapter at least, and then I will correct them soon. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.